homeowner association annual meeting, being a deliberate assembly, has the right to enforce the meeting rules of decorum. At all meetings, each member should be expected to act politely and professionally to other association members and the meeting chair. At one time or another, almost all homeowner associations have had issues with disruptive members during an annual meeting. While not ideal, a deliberate assembly has the right to admonish members whose behavior is objectionable. Fortunately, there are effective methods of dealing with disruptive members. At the beginning of the meeting, the chair should announce something similar to the following. The governing documents of our association have established the procedures for how the meeting is to be held. Because of this, please do not interrupt the meeting unless you are addressed by the meeting chair. Please note at the bottom of the agenda, there is an open floor discussion which allows the membership to voice issues of a nature that involve and relate to the entire membership. One of the main concerns with a member becoming disruptive may not necessarily be the member who's being disruptive, but the example it sets to the rest of the members. Unacceptable behavior has a tendency to generate more unacceptable behavior by others. For whatever reason, people become emboldened when they see others not being held accountable. The chair is responsible for addressing disruptive behavior. Depending on the severity of the disruption, the chair should first call down a disruptive member as being out of order. For example, the chair would state, "Sir, you are out of order. Please refrain from interrupting the meeting. There will be an open discussion at the end of the meeting." The chair should always use their best judgment in deciding to escalate these warnings if the member repeats the same offense. If appropriate, the chair could escalate their warning with, "Sir, I've advised you once not to interrupt the meeting. If you interrupt the meeting again, I will ask you to leave." When the level of expulsion is reached, the chair must be resolute in their words, and if the member continues in their actions, they must be asked to leave. With this being said, expulsion should be the very last resort to restore order to the meeting. One nominal method of escalating a warning to a disruptive member is to ask the secretary to note the member's behavior in the minutes. For example, "Sir, I'm going to ask the secretary to note your behavior in the meeting minutes if you continue to be out of order." Surprisingly, many times this is effective. Of course, there's always people this is ineffectual to because they don't mind their name being mentioned in the minutes as being disruptive, but sometimes it does work.